at Delavan Lake for the Ice Ball fundraiser run by the In Between Bar and Grill. Got a couple of Chicago teams going to be squaring off here. Who, Me, and the Jokers. So we'll show you a little bit of it and actually maybe try to show you a couple of innings. I do got to say, as the day is wearing on here, it's starting to get a little breezy and sun slowly moving to a lower pitch, and it is getting kind of cold. So we'll see how long we're going to be able to gut it out. Stay up here. Don't know if we'll be able to live stream. Plus all of my cameras are freezing up here a little bit, but it's been a fun day so far. Unfortunately, Who Me was playing in the game and had a female player slipped. Looks like she might have broken an arm. Of course, that's part of the problem with playing on a slick ice surface. Of course, everybody signs waivers. So they're going to be starting here in just a couple of minutes, as this is a second round game. Again, they only had 12 teams. And you'll see some familiar faces for the Jokers. Junior Villalobos, Jake McTeague, Kenny App, of course, Popcorn. Team run by Marla Munden and her better half, Will. And, of course, Anthony Stacy going to be kicking off. He's got Mike Marola and some other familiar faces on his club. So they're going to be starting again. This is home plate. Looks like they're using these little square mats that you might see almost like strike zone mats. And they got them set up here. And this is the far left diamond.
Is there some in here?
Yes, mate.
So here we go.
So you can do shots.
So waiting for the first hitter. Looks like it's going to be Junior Villalobos.
I guess we could break this up and make it a split.
So it's kind of an odd view being on a lake with all that snow out there in the outfield. And it's a cross breeze in case you're interested. Not seeing as many planes. Earlier today they were really flying in and landing on the lake, and those ice boats were zipping around. But like we said, it's starting to get a little more frigid now. So I believe our peak temperature up here is long over. So we'll see how long we can gut it out here. And just looking around at some of the teams, I think these could be two of the better teams, I think, primarily because even though everybody's up here to have fun, I think these two teams tend to take things a little bit more serious. So I would think the winner of this game, again, single a limb, is going to probably be in the driver's seat. So here's Junior Villalobos. So it is kind of desolate out here. It's like playing on the moon with this white snow. I'm not sure what the hang-up is here.
go, Jokers!
So Joker's really taking their time getting their first hitter up here. So now it looks like it might be Nick McLonghorn. Here comes a plane swooping in center field. And I don't know if there's a downdraft, but plane kind of going side to side there. Now it seems like all these planes are kind of taking off all at the same time, circling the lake. So again, not quite sure what the delay is here. It's very strange because all of the diamonds have stopped. I'm not quite sure why, but nobody's playing softball right now. And I'm going to sneak through here and go to the other side to get out of this sun I'm looking right into. Again, I'm not quite sure, but nobody's playing any softball right now. All the games are over. I don't know if they're trying to just keep the games running on the same schedule. And now you got a guy with an ice boat cutting it kind of close to the field of play here. What's going on here?
We're waiting for. They went to the bathroom.
2 of our people went to the bathroom. Shut the fuck up. Oh, that's not style. Jake, go home.
So the delay is apparently who had a couple of players that had to use the restroom. So that's why we got a little bit of a delay here. And of course we are in the farthest diamond from the bar. So nature calls, nature calls. Is you have to have 3 girls, and it looks like they got 3 girls, so they could start even though they're waiting on. Looks like that might be Anthony Stacy's father, who also had to go to the bathroom. So here's first base. There's home. I would say this isn't exactly geometric, so I know we got a little dead air for you here. But here we go. Here's Nick leading off. Junior Villalobos and then Popcorn. And they were very strict here too. They told everybody no yelling at the umpires or you cannot come back next year. And here's another guy just kind of walking onto the field. Again, very laid back fundraiser up here in Delavan, Wisconsin. And again, everybody at the In-Between Bar and Grill has just been And there are no walks. They're starting 1-1 count, which is really irrelevant because there's no walks.
He's the umpire.
So pitcher, oh, that guy was the umpire. So they got two umpires. So here we go. And Nick hits a little fly ball. Marola, bad footing, can't get there. And he'll eventually make it to first. So again, that looked like a ball that outside with good footing. Mike Marola certainly would have had a play on it. So here's Junior Villalobos. And there was a white bat right in the middle of the field. Nobody saw it for a second there. Finally, the catcher did. That could have really been a problem. And Junior high fly ball. Marola skating all over. They called that foul. And Mike didn't know it. He's really slipping and sliding. They do another thing up here. I believe that's coming up in a little bit called the ice carousel. And what they do is they go out on the ice and they cut a big circle, literally cut all the way through the ice, and then the ice starts to rotate like a carousel. And so they do a lot of winter activities up here. Snowmobile on this lake as well at times, they told us. So here's Junior, of course, my good friend, more really a friend of my brother's, but I've known him for way back in our Loyola days, and my brother also a Loyola graduate, Pat Grease, should call him Dr. Grease, and his wife Patty have a place up here in Delavan, and Junior Villalobos slashes it, it gets through the center fielder, everybody's slipping and sliding, and now Junior's going to try to get there. He'll go in head first. It just seems like a faster way to get there is to slide versus run. And center fielder was there, ball hit the snow and just flattened out and got through her. So first two hitters on. As the Jokers trying to grab an early lead here in the top of the first. Very, very slippery out here. There's a little ground ball. Nice stop by the third baseman from his knees. They do get an out, but the first run scores 1-0 Jokers. Nice play by the third baseman. He robs her of a base hit as he lays out and makes the play. Sorry, I got gloves on. I hit the replay button, but it didn't take. So here's Popcorn, little ground ball. Junior Villalobos trying to get some footing, and he goes down, and Popcorn didn't know where the bag was. And they do encourage you when you get in this tournament to wear knee pads and gloves and helmets too. And I might recommend to them that they take these mats next year and maybe spray paint them orange. And there's Jake McTeague, and he lines but right to the center fielder. They cut. And the pitcher there almost got her leg caught up 2-0 here, Jokers. That'll be a sac fly. 2 outs now, runner on first. We'll see who's coming up. Looks like it could be Nora. Again, we do cover the Jokers in Chicago. They do play a lot of co-ed. So 2 outs. It would probably take a bomb to score anybody from first. And Nora slashes it, gets through to shortstop, and Nora slips sliding. She'll make it to first. And Mike Marola, he did take a look, but Mike, a classy guy, he wasn't going to try to throw anybody out at first. And here's Kenny App. So there are leadoffs, and you can see here at first where you see that dark area is ice, and you can see Nora went right down there. They're going to try to throw to second, can't get nothing on it. Everybody's safe, and now Popcorn fell down. He thought about going home. Catcher can't get on his feet, and the bases are loaded. So where you see those dark areas in the ice, that's and the snow, that's actually the lake. That's ice there. So you can tell at first base where there's a lot of foot traffic, you can see that that's making it a little tougher. Here's Corn. And if I was a base runner, Corn swings and that ball's going to die in fair territory. And the catcher just picks it up and touches home. So in the inning, 2 runs. We'll head to the bottom of the first. That ball was spinning, got caught in a snow pocket, and was spinning like a top about 10 inches in front of home plate. So yeah, that's what they really should do. They should paint those either neon green or a neon orange to give everybody a little sense of perspective. So a couple of runs, Joker's early lead, and you can see they're hooting and hollering on Diamond 2. And now, way down there by Diamond 1, there's a dog running around in the outfield. Of course, you know, dogs get out, they want to run. So I don't know if that's a male or a female, and whether the dog would count as one of your females if you didn't have at least 3. So here's Mike Marola going to lead off. Mike was having a little footing issues, as you could expect.
Someone else has got to go in the outfield.
And the rule is you got to play 4 in the outfield.
You can't play 4. She's got to go out.
And right now it looks like they got 3 in the outfield. So I think they might be trying to tell Nora she's got to get a little deeper in the outfield. Again, they have these rules, and we see it in the media league when we do that, where your short center's got to play in the outfield. Again, with the lack of footing, they probably want to keep the games moving. And Mike, a little slip slide, hits that ball foul. They do have a stick there that's painted orange as a foul line, I believe, down there on left field. And they got one right here as well. I don't know if you can see it. So they did put up foul lines. And I do got to say, my feet are getting pretty cold on this ice, so hopefully we'll be able to make it through this ball game. And Marola just sat back and nice easy swing. Junior Villalobos gets it in. And Corn was saying if you didn't slip, you might have had Mike at first. So here's Eddie Ramos. And he tries to flip the right field line. That's a fair ball. And you can see Eddie just taking a little itty bitty baby steps. And he's going to make it. Mike's going to score 2-1. Kenny App goes flying. Pretty nice. It's hard to say. There's a big divot there where Eddie flipped it down the line. So they cut the lead in half. And there's a swings right through it. And there's a little tapper, popcorn, a little trouble, and slipping and sliding. That's part of the problem here.
Sorry, sir.
I think if you hit the ball and you can stay on your feet, it's a major victory. So brings up Anthony Stacy. And Anthony hits it, but that ball's going to be fouled down the line. Junior Villalobos fell on his first step. It's funny, sometimes in the fall we talk about tough conditions. When the temperature's down around 40, or the Thanksgiving at the Turkey Bowl. But these are difficult conditions. And Anthony hits a fly ball, nobody there, as he airmails it into left center. That will tie the game. Eddie Ramos taking his time, and Anthony almost slipped there, but he makes it to second. So 2-2. Again, if you think you're going to walk up or really take a monster hack today, you're going to have a problem. And Anthony just kind of stayed flat-footed there and just got the barrel to the ball and flipped it into left center. Nora was playing a little shallow, probably not expecting anybody to be able to drive the ball there. But we're all tied at two outs here. And there's a swing, and that ball gets over the top. Nora had no chance to get set there. Anthony Stacy taking his time. He will score. And he's going to end up at third base with one of the slowest triples you'll ever see in your life. So Humi takes a 3-2 lead here. And there's a hot shot. Gets through Korn. Play at first, going to be close, safe. So she hit a rocket right through Korn. Ball didn't come up on this weird surface. And she just chugged her way to first. If I'm not mistaken, 4-2 now, I believe the score is. And there's a ground ball. Popcorn knocks it down, falls down. Now he drops the ball and out at first. Oh, that's 2 outs. And that's not a bad strategy. Normally we always tell you, don't slide. You don't gain any time. But here, where you can't really run, if you go into a slide, you're actually going to be faster than if you try to run. So 2 outs here. there's a little chopper. Umpire calls it foul. I think part of the problem is when people try to stop, and there's a little roller, throw to first in time. And you see Corn. So we'll show you Corn's struggles just to walk off the field here. You can see the ice, really some problems, and then Corn trying to get off the field. Not laughing at you, Corn, laughing with you. So that's part of what goes on here at this ice ball. So I believe it's 4-2. So second inning. Again, 45-minute limit. We're just trying to hang on here as I'm starting to freeze up pretty good. And like I said, as that sun starts to get a little lower, it's gotten a little windier out here. And Marla hammers it and she falls down. And they got her at first. Good ball. Marla, a little overhand tomahawk. Shortstop went down on a knee, made the play. Here's her better half, Will. And there's a little fly ball, and that's going to drop for Will. And he ran past the bag. So I don't think he saw it. Top of the lineup. Here's Nick. Yes, Will, lead us. So again, I'm not quite sure what time this game started, but there is, I believe, a 45-minute. And I think that was Whitney. She came over here to check on the game. There's a fly ball. That's going to be way foul. Easy, ball. So it's pretty interesting, you know, when you look at the shoreline here, you see all of these like structures, and your first thought might be, what's all this junk doing? But it looks like those are piers or boat slips that they, and there's a little fly ball. Marola deep won't get there. Will, he's going to try to go to third. Nick falls down and Will's falling down, but runner's on the corner. So I think those are boat slips and or little docks that they're pulling out of the water for the winter. And they probably drop them right back in the summertime. So runners on the corners here, one out. And there's a swing, fouls it straight back. So Joker's trailing by 2 here in the second inning. And another nice play by the shortstop over to second, and they turn the double play. Nicely done. So even in bad conditions, you'll see shortstop over to the short center, a little double clutch, but nicely done in the snow. So we'll head to the bottom of the second, still 4-2. And that's a very energetic group. Somebody hit a bomb, And the guy's motoring and he dives in. Looks like it was a multiple run home run over there. And they're going crazy. So 4-2 ball game here, bottom of the second. Bring the catcher up. There's a ground ball, fair, knocked down by Will at third. Gets up and he throws it to first. And now there's a mad scramble. And Korn just beats him there for the out. So I think the moral of the story is that there's no such thing as a routine out. There's a little pop-up foul. And that'll be a strikeout. And it brings up Mike Marola. Folks, trying to get my hook squared away. Hot shot to short, throw to first, in time, a little collision there. And they called him safe. Here's the replay. I don't know about that. I think Korn made a pretty good play there. There's a ground ball by Eddie, and he gets it through. Yes, it's colder than the turkey ball. It is colder than the turkey ball. I just saw the comment. For a couple of reasons. One, we're standing on ice. So the surface is cold, and Kenny App making a nice running catch. So we are standing on a frozen lake in basically snow and ice. Feels like it is probably below 32 right now, and we got a wind chill. So definitely colder than the turkey bowl. So we're going to try to hang in there in here as best we can. This is the third inning. And again, there is a time limit on these games, I believe, of 45 minutes. And it's not just the wind chill, but when that wind blows, it's blowing over frozen water and snow. So certainly a fun event. Kind of screwed up a little bit when I came out here. I got on the 294 and realized I didn't bring my heavier boots, so that's not helping me. Although I do got nice long heat gear on under my pants, and my torso's okay, but my feet and my hands are freezing. So here's Junior Villalobos, a little punch, fair ball, and it actually hit the stick down there. Marola grabbed the stick to stop himself from sliding, And,
Junior, good start, stay in.
and Junior slipping and sliding all over the place, makes it into second.
Good hustle. Hey, Popcorn, just to face it. You don't need it all right now, just to face it. Come on.
Of course, Nick always very enthusiastic. Gorgeous winter day. And there's a ball hit the other way, and that's going to be fair. Not a lot of clouds, bright blue sky. So Popcorn taking care of it, throw to second, and they called him out at second. Junior Villalobos does score to make it 4-3. Again, I think Popcorn might have slid underneath that tag.
Popcorn, good ball, man.
Brings up Nora, but he does drive in a run. His Junior scored from second. Should be a 4-3 game. So here's Nora.
We're going to look at the footage later.
And Nora swings through that.
Good ball, Pop. Good hustle, man. Good hustle. I love it.
So Nora swings through that. That'll be strike three, and I'm not sure what the... Second base umpire got himself a refill.
Hey, after two, Jake, after two.
So here's Jake McTeague now. Jake slaps a little hit over the infield.
Hey, you're a little dirty dog, huh?
See, Eddie Gil Ramos is pointing out by doing it, you're kicking the snow off of the baseline. And that makes it harder to run. So here's Kenny App, who was leading by 2. Jokers have cut the lead to 1 here, I believe. Time run at first. And there's a flare. It's going to drop. Nobody at second, or they might have had a shot. Getting Jake at second. Of course, it's probably for the better. The umpire never moved. If he'd have come up throwing, he might have hit him in the back of the head. So here's Korn. No, Marla, as they were almost going to hit out of order there. See the catcher trying to help Marla out, kicking a little snow over there so she could get a little better footing. And Marla pushes it up the middle. Tough play at second. He calls him out. Kenny App just couldn't get there. But stays, I believe, 4-3 as we head to the bottom of the third. Twelve teams. They thought they were going to have 14. A couple dropped out. So they ended up with 12. Here's Anthony Stacy. See the umpire looking at his watch. Can't hear what the umpire said. He might have said 10 more minutes. Again, I'm not sure how long we've been live for, but here's Stacy. There's a little flare, and Corn had a little problem there. Show you the replay again. The footing not good. Corn still dusting himself off. 2 strikes now for Stacy. And there's a ground ball. He just grounds it up the middle. Nora's slipping and sliding, but she'll get it in.
Come on, Coop!
It's a base hit for Stacy.
Drive it!
And there's a little ground ball, and that's going to get through. So Stacy gets into second. Here comes Nicole. Last time up, she whistled one through Corn's wickets at first. The ball rolled a little bit up the line, and then mass confusion took over. There's a little roller. He's out there, and base runner reached up and grabbed the ball. Umpire called him out. Could have been interference and could have called a double play there, because she was tagging her and getting ready to throw to first. Runners on the corner, 1 out. And there's a little fly ball. Batter fell down. Nora gets there. Throw to first. Not in time. Stacy scored. I assume he tagged. I wasn't paying attention. And again, interesting thing there. Had Nora's throw been on target and on time, and had they gotten a double play, it would have been what we call the timing play. And Anthony Stacy, who tagged and was trying to score, would have had a score before the out was made at first. That's called a timing play. It's different when the batter is the third out of the inning. In other words, a ground ball around the horn versus a fly ball and then throwing to get a runner out. So we got to be close to the 45-minute mark. Umpire really looking at his phone and the clock, and that works to the advantage of me, because they're leading the ball game by, I believe, 2 runs at least here. Interesting dynamic. I don't know how they work the time here, but there's a ground ball. This is the top half of an inning. So if the Joker should take a lead here and they say 45 minutes is up, would they revert back to the last inning? Or even though the home team didn't get a chance to hit in the bottom half, would they just give the Jokers the win? common sense would tell you that they should revert back to the past inning. And if you're starting to get down time-wise, if that's the case, then I think what you want to do if you're the Jokers is if you can take the lead, make a couple of outs, and then try to hold it. And there's a fly ball, and that ball drops, and it's going to roll a little bit. Will going to make it to second. Korn slipping and sliding, going to try to score. Stacy can't make the play. They cut into the lead. Nice job there by the shortstop to knock the throw down. Will ends up on third. There's a hard ground ball. Stacy throws to first in time. Will did not try to score. One out. Brings up Nick.
Eddie, you were back in time? Huh? You at the bad time? Come on, you're at the bad time.
And Nick, a little spinner. That ball's going to stay fair. And he's safe at first, and a run scores. So we might be tied. I'm not sure if they got one or two. This has become a little bit of a war of attrition here. Brings up Junior Villalobos. And there's a bullet past the shortstop by Junior. Nick McLawton slipping and sliding. Sorry, folks. There's a little pop, and the shortstop makes a great play, throw to second. She couldn't hold on, or it would have been a double play. And the wind howling right now. Popcorn swings and misses. And there's a little ground ball. Popcorn fell. Safe there. Throw to first. Ramos not at the base. Everybody's safe. barely see the base. It's caked in snow, and I think Eddie's right, because when Jake McTeague slid in there, after he got up, they kind of moved first base a little bit over. Base is loaded for Jake McTeague. And Jake, a bullet right at the shortstop, knocked it down, safe, another run scores. And I think the Jokers may have taken the lead. They're a happy group. It certainly is a little dangerous. The game before this, was playing, and a female fielder, went to catch a ball and slipped, put her arm down to brace her fall, and apparently suffered a pretty serious break. They had to call the paramedics. I got a feeling if an inning starts, they may let you finish the inning. And there's Marla. She hits that foul. So we got to be getting toward the 45-minute mark. So that was a strike 3. That was a foul ball with 2 strikes. This is probably going to be the last stream we do today as far as live game action, as it is getting pretty frigid, and I don't know if I'll be able to hold up to continue. Then there are no walks. And there's a little pop-up. Will can't get there, but Kenny App on the spot. And there will be an out as the catcher did fall. So really, as a pitcher, 1-1 count, no walks. So you don't really have any type of incentive really to throw a strike. And there's a ball. This time Will handles it. 2 outs, so 2 quick outs here. Brings up Mike Marola. And Mike swings. He's going to dump that in front of Junior Villalobos. And Marola slipping and sliding. So we do notice they still have the ice boats out there, but no more airplanes. So they've all, as far as the planes go, they've packed that up. Brings up Eddie Gil Ramos. And Eddie, and this time, so 3 line drives to the left side. And I don't know what's going on here. And they have the cannon every hour. There's the dog that was running around earlier. Some outs made it all the way here. I don't know if that was a bone or a treat, but the dog took off like it was shot out of a cannon. Looks like a ball of some sort. And that ball is foul. See the owner here.
It looks like chalk. It's all snow.
Nick, they got a time limit?
There is a 45-minute time limit, but this is crap. I don't know how they're doing it.
How?
We're the furthest field. Yeah, show your ass again.
Well, I'm just curious because
It's probably over 45 minutes by now, but we're also the furthest field of all the place.
well, I don't know. She's been down here a couple of times.
Danny, right here. Base over here. This way. I know, it's really weird out here. I know.
I don't feel bad. I just hit the first inning.
That's not me, boys. Sorry about that.
Of course, so you might have heard Eddie Gil Ramos say, yeah, but they're home. So they got to be able to get their at-bat in. And I believe they're losing the game now.
Right here, Billy.
So the slipping and the sliding continues. So I believe this is Hannah. Hannah swings and dumps a hit. They're going to throw to second, but the short center fell down, and she makes it to first.
Good ball, Hannah.
All right, 9-1. Listen up for a second.
So the bases are loaded.
Stay here. The winner for Diamond 3 will come to play you here.
So the winner of this game is going to stay here. Whoever's on Diamond 3 and wins will come down here. That was the announcement. So here's Nick. Bases are loaded again. So the Jokers have been getting a ton of base runners the last couple of innings. And Nick swings. He falls down. Stacy goes to third. They throw across. And the ball skips past Ramos. Nick is going to get to second eventually. And Hannah makes it to third. Should have been a routine double play. Third baseman, after making the initial good play, threw it away. Another run does score. Jokers have started to push out a little bit. And Junior leans on it. That's going to airmail it over everybody. One run is in. Here comes the second run. Junior's been on his keister quite a bit today. And he's going to hustle into three, so the Jokers have really pushed out the last two innings here. And now the ball gets, and now Junior can't get going. So the ball hit Nicole in the shins, but she was able to get to it. So a triple clears the bases. The game on field 2 is over. The one drawback about an ice ball tournament, it is single a limb, and that ball, Stacy gets out number 2. Anthony did look Junior back to third on the play, but one of the drawbacks is because it's single a limb and they're playing straight through, is if you keep winning, you got to stay on this cold, frozen surface straight through. Unlike a double a limb where you might play a game and maybe get a chance to get out of the elements for an hour. Not so much. And there's a ball by Popcorn that's going to score another run. And Popcorn just going to meander his way into, and he's going to go for third. Stacy, good throw. And the ball gets away. And now Popcorn tried to get up and fell down. I'm not sure if Popcorn fell down or if that was on purpose and he just didn't want to try to get up and go. So Joker's up big now. And I would think with the 45-minute rule after the Who Me team hits, that would probably be the end of the ball game. So here's Jake McTeague. And Nicole throws the knee-high fastball past him. I think Jake thought he was going to tee it up and launch, and there he does hit a base hit. And Marola, long throw, but it's not going to be in time. Another run scores. So this has been a little bit of a jailbreak now. And I believe the other two games are over, which is a little unusual, but Jokers have been scoring a lot of runs here. Now I take it back, Field 1 might still be playing. Marla, so that'll do it. We'll head to the bottom half of the inning. Joker's up big over me. They just said last at bat here in this ball game as they've reached the 45-minute limit, but since the home team is losing, they will get an opportunity for that last at bat here. So 11-5, Jokers leading. Do or die, bottom half here for Who Me. Down 6, they need 7 to win. Not sure if they'd let them play extra innings if they only scored the 6 to tie. But anything less than 6 and this game is over. Sun-kissed but very cold day up here in Delavan, Wisconsin. Kenny App slipping and sliding, Corn slipping and sliding, the base runner slipping and sliding. So Who Me down to their last 2. Joker's going to have a pretty good shot at winning. If I'm not mistaken, they won it last year. But there was a lot of chanting and exuberance on Field 2 behind us. So they might get challenged. There's a fly ball the other way, and that's going to be fair. So with 1 out here, whoa. And he didn't run to the base there. He ran to a patch of ice. So 11-5. They do have 2 base runners on here now with 1 out. Brings up Nicole. You can hear the Joker players just saying grabbing out. tell you, they're keeping the umpires well stocked. And Nicole tries to go big, and she's going to drop a hit in there. And McTeague, and I don't know what they're doing there. Jake might have had a play at first, but he threw it right to the pitcher. 11-6, so they do score a run here. Again, you're chasing outs here if you're the Jokers. And there's a fly ball, and Junior Villalobos planted that back foot to try to go back. He couldn't get there. One run scores, 11-7. Nicole's going to stop at third. So 11-7. I think that's right. I think they've scored two. I think it was 11-6 coming in, or 11-5 coming in. So yeah, okay, my math is right. 11-7. Popcorn is just being very stubborn, doesn't want to flatten out to her. I think that was called a strike. And now she slaps it, Popcorn drops, Kenny App from his knees, in time, out number 2, another run scores, 11-8. 2 outs now. So the other 2 games are over. As, looks like the next team up is walked over. Brings up the catcher. Runner on third here, 2 outs. 11-8. Oh boy, it's cold. I can't wait to get into some warmth after this.
Yes, sir.
And there's a little slow roller to Will. He's got all kinds of time, and that'll do it. So the Jokers, after falling behind 4-2, come storming back to win 11-8. They had 2 big, huge innings the last 2 at-bats in the ball game and blew it open. So, of course, shaking hands after the ball game. So the Jokers pull it out. Sorry, folks, just having a little cold brain fart activity. But anyways, we hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We might be checking in with you, but for now we're going to get warm for a little bit. And we'll be talking to you soon live from Delavan, Wisconsin for the In Between Bar and Grill Ice Ball Tournament.